today is internationally recognized as the Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women, which officially kickstarts 16 Days of Activism here in St. Kitts and Nevis. Shinnel Charles, Gender Field Officer for the Women's Platform, is here to tell us more about this. Good morning, Shinnel, and I must say welcome back.
Good morning. Yes.
It's our pleasure to have you today. So, you're welcome. What is the objective of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence?
Okay, so let me just give you the date because it's, as it says, 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, which starts from today, the 25th of November, to the 10th of December, which ends on Human Rights Day.
Yes.
So every year, we do this. We do activities within the 16 days, but it's more of sensitization, awareness to the public that domestic violence happens. I want to explain one thing though, because people tend to ask, why do you guys say gender-based violence and still talk about domestic violence? But gender-based violence is an umbrella term for all types of violence. And domestic violence falls under the umbrella for gender-based violence. I just wanted to get that out there.
Sure.
And it's not just a one-off thing, but the department do different activities to bring awareness to gender-based violence. Even though we see clients every day, we make referrals every day, we advocate for people every day. This is a day that we really show the world that we stand against domestic violence against women and children. Some may ask, why not men? Yes, men are victims, women are victims, children are victims, but women, the numbers speaks to the majority of females being affected by domestic violence. And I can say for the year, we've had one male who came to the department to make a report. Okay. So you can see the numbers are quite significant.
And would you be able to say the number of females?
Presently, I can't.
Okay.
But I do have the statistics, which is on my phone, but not exactly.
Okay.
But the numbers are really significant. Yeah.
So it has not cooled down, although COVID-19 is over, because we know a lot of violence happened then, I guess, because now we are home together for longer periods.
Yeah.
So
the reported cases have decreased.
Okay.
It's not as bad as last year when we had like 400 plus cases.
Wow.
Right.
Okay.
You see, my question is again, because we're talking about reported cases here, and as you spoke to, one man coming forward, it occurred to me that it could be happening, but other people not coming forward.
The men are not
although
reporting.
we're talking about reported cases in relation to women, they could also be not coming forward as well.
Definitely. I guess it's fear, and in terms of your status, who you are in society, you're scared to talk, right? And there are other factors that also contribute to women not speaking, like being intimidated. I'll do you something, I'll do your children. From the time you hear children, you get scared. I want my children to be safe, or I'm going to hurt your sister, for example. We've had that a lot. We're going to hurt your family member. So there's a lot of reason, and sometimes the men are the sole breadwinner for the home. So when I leave, would you take me?
Because I ain't got nothing.
Exactly.
And there's an imbalance of power, obviously, and everything is tied to the finances.
Right.
So that makes sense, especially when women are in positions where they're making decisions for their children. Sometimes they take the brunt of that force as well.
And they would not leave without their children. And I just want to give this quick example, is that when the woman decide to leave, in terms of child protection services, they can't take your child away because, for one, you don't have a roof to put over their heads. You don't have any money to feed the children. So they make a decision to say, like, let's see who would best fit to raise the children. And if the men have done no harm, they are no threat to the children, they stay with the dad.
So then, in a case like that, because again, we're having this discussion and it sheds light on a lot of issues that are related. If there is no police record or no report that says that this man is a threat to the woman, he could potentially get custody of the child.
Of course, definitely. That's what I'm saying.
And even if there is a report that he threatened the woman, can he still get custody of
Yes,
the child?
yes, because he has done no harm to the children. He's not a threat to the children. Wow. So he has rights to the child.
So then how do you get support for the issues that women face when it seems like the system in some respects is, working against?
Yeah, because it's a double whammy. It's not my fault that I don't have a job. Maybe he didn't want me working, and now the kids that I take care of are being taken from me. So what do I have? What's the sense?
Well, for the department, we try our best to support women because we are a referral department, a referral services, and we try to see, how best we could assist the women, whether we can negotiate for them to get pro bono services in terms of lawyer, counseling services definitely is there. We have the home that the government partners with Etsubachu, that's Garden of Rebirth. Okay. And then there's a church home in Deep Bay that we partner with that church as well. But it's just a few days. It's not a long period. Mm-hmm. So we do. And then we have stakeholders in the community that we partner with to get, different needs for the women.
It really is a community effort.
Yes, it is.
There's certain things that need to change, as you just stated, so I'm glad that you're sharing.
And some persons prefer to be anonymous, who gives stuff.
That's the best way to go. We don't need to publicize everything that we do. So what are some of the activities that we have planned for the 16 days of activism?
Okay, I'm a bit excited because today we launch, it's a federal launch between St. Kitts and Nevis to launch 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. And I'm really looking forward to hear, our UN country rep, speak from the UN side, which is quite intriguing because we don't normally have, our reps here. And then we have brief remarks by the ministers. And then, the public tends to like the entertainment. Mm-hmm. So we have little entertainment of performers who sang songs before about domestic violence, like Queenie G, Miss Independence. We have a new one, a new lady, Lady Karens, have a new song that she wants to release to us about the incident that happened in Sandy Point. Okay. And we have Infamous, who did a song for us, specifically for gender affairs. Okay. A domestic violence song he did like 2-3 years ago. Okay. I can't remember everybody, Colin Wyatt. So it would be, a good show this afternoon. So I'm asking the public to come out. Where are we coming to? In the square. In the square. It's on the side with National Bank. Okay. Right, and we will start at 4:30 actually. And then we have a self-defense training class for women at the Magnet Community Center on the 3rd of December. Quite interesting. I'm giving you the invitation so you can.
So I need to come.
Right.
Okay. I don't think she needs it. If you've seen her at work.
Oh my gosh. Thanks for the invite.
And then we want to do something with men. So I know men, they tend to hide, don't talk, but I want to do a silent protest. Well, the department actually wants to do a silent protest with men to show that, yes, men are being abused as well. So we'll see how much men we get to protest.
Oh, nice.
Right, to see, we have rights as well as men, and we do. Right, so we'll see how that happens. Okay. And then we are doing an information domestic violence help desk. Okay. And that is being done at the ministry downstairs. Anybody from the community can come in and ask questions, get flyers. If you have an issue at that point that was never addressed before, you can let me know and we'll see how best we could make the referrals, we could make the calls to get whatever the person needs to get done.